Hello and welcome back to Beckler Guitars and Repair. Today we're just going to jump right in because there's lots to do. So today we are going to do blind repair number 2 for the channel, and today we're repairing a 1968 Fender Precision bass. So the customer has said that the pickup is not working, like the electronics are not working. We also want to verify the date of this guitar because it's a 1968, so they're worth quite a bit of money. So he wants to make sure that everything's stock and original on it, and as well as the date is correct. And okay, let's go ahead and get this going here. Alright, so first thing I noticed is it's in really good shape, and we ran the serial number on the back here, and it lines up to a 1968, and it's just got a little bit of finish clouding, a little bit of finish checking, but everything looks very nice on it. It was well kept. First thing I'm noticing is these are rubber strings, so yeah, the pickup's not going to be able to pick up that sound anyway. So I'm not sure if that was just an error from the customer. So maybe the electronics work just fine. So let's go ahead and plug it in quickly, just to make sure that's not the case. So I'm just going to quickly plug it into the Super Reverb, just to see what's going on with the electronics. So even if the pickup's not going to pick up the rubber strings, it'll pick up so it looks like it does pick up these rubber strings, so they must have a steel core. So they're definitely, it's working, they're definitely scratchy. So I think it just needs a little bit of cleaning. Alright, so yeah, it looks like these rubber strings must have a steel core. I'm not really familiar with these type of strings. So it looks like the electronics are working, which is one of the main problems that he had with the guitar. So he did provide some other strings in the case, so we're gonna just go ahead and restring it, clean it up a little bit, and clean up the electronics, and this should be an easy repair. So I'm gonna go ahead and unplug the amp, and we'll get the strings off, and then we'll have a look on the insides, and we can maybe date verify it. Okay, screws are off. I took the ashtray off so we can get to the strings a little easier. And yeah, these happen to be steel core rubber round strings. So I've never really seen those before, but they seem pretty slick. Looks like the neck's nice and straight. Don't have to worry about action much on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and carefully remove the pickguard here. Go ahead and turn it back around here to get a better look. Okay, so there's the pickups on the back of the pickguard here. It's pretty basic. You just got your pickups here, and then 2 pots and a treble capacitor. So everything looks good. If we date the pot codes, it looks like they date to 1967. So we can see the 6-7 there. So yeah, that makes sense for the year, 1968. Looks to be all original as well. I'm gonna go ahead and have a look at this pickup as well here. You can see the difference in the finish of the color there. So it kind of goes from a red here to kind of a green. So I'm wondering if the pick guard kind of reacted with the finish a bit right there to make that different kind of a coloration. So I'm just going to remove one of the pickups to see what they look like. And yeah, that's kind of what I figured. They're just the unbranded basic Fender precision bass pickups, but everything in here looks original. It's still got the plate on the bottom. It's got a really ancient piece of foam there that acts as kind of a riser or a spring kind of a thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that back and not really worry about the other one. Okay, so perfect. So what I want to do is to clean up these pots, just to make sure that they're not crackling or having any issues. I'm gonna go ahead and spray them. Just make sure that capacitor is out okay there, not getting stuck on anything. So I'm gonna spray them with contact cleaner. So this is what I use. This is MG Chemicals 404B contact cleaner. It's pretty standard. And what I do is I just spray the inside of the potentiometer and make sure that that goes into the cavity, and this one as well. Clean up any spray in case it reacts with the finish. And then I'm gonna work the pots back and forth just to make sure that that contact cleaner is spread throughout the potentiometer to clean up any problems that we might be having. So there we go. And a lot of the time that little bit of cleaning can get rid of most of the issues. I'm gonna make sure I can get this back on properly here. There we go. Make sure that's fitting in there. Right, okay. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in quickly just to confirm that that helped. So we'll plug it back in and see if there's any scratchiness to the pots. And we're gonna have to use a screwdriver this time. So yeah, that little bit of contact cleaner really cleaned up the pots. They're not scratchy anymore at all. Nice and clean sounding for the tone and the volume. So that problem is fixed. And we were able to check the date through the pot codes. But I also want to take the neck off to check the date there, because sometimes it's actually stamped on the neck, on the inside. The date. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna put all the screws and stuff back in before I do that. Okay, that's all back together, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the neck off. Okay, we have the neck off. So I just want to go ahead and check the neck pocket here. So it looks like there's a bunch of stamps, but not really a date or anything in there. So let's have a look at the neck. I haven't really looked yet. Okay, here we go. So it looks like the 5th of July 1969. So I think the date on the plate matched it up to a 68-69. So that all makes sense. So we verified through the pots and the neck stamp that this is a 68, or I guess it would be a 69. So that's pretty cool. The neck looks to be in good condition. It's got the original bone nut. The frets don't look very worn, however they're quite oxidized. So it looks like they haven't been used in a while. So they're pretty kind of rusty, and they have a little bit of film on them. So I haven't been asked to do any fret work on this guitar, but what I'm going to do is run it through the fret buffer just to give them a shine them up again so that they don't look so rusted and oxidized. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quickly because it doesn't take long. Just going to add some buffing compound to this. Okay. So So here we are after like 5 minutes on the fret buffer, and wow, what a difference. We're all dull and rusty and oxidized and green, and now they're just shining like brand new. So great. Alright, I'm gonna put the neck back on, clean up the fretboard with some cleaner, and then we'll throw the strings back on. So we're putting on D'Addario EXL 170s regular light gauge 45 to 100, and yeah, here, just go ahead and put them on quick. We're all strung up, so now I'm going to use the Peterson tuner to tune, and we can adjust the setup a little bit. So I'll make sure I'm on bass mode for this. So we got it all tuned up, but the action was just a little bit too high. The neck has enough relief in it, and the action set correctly at the nut. So I'm just going to lower the saddles a little bit, and that should get our action just where we need it to be. Alright, here we are. It's all restrung and intonated and set up. So it's got nice action on it. Intonation's bang on, and all the frets are good. No buzzing anywhere. The electronics are working, and this guitar is ready to go back to the client. So let's just plug it in quickly. I can't really play bass at all, but we can just kind of see, just to make sure those electronics aren't giving us any issues. Okay, just want to make sure. So yeah, the electronics are all good. Nothing there. No issues with the output jack. Yeah, so that's the extent of my bass playing. But thanks for tuning in to Beckler Guitars and Repair. This has been blind repair number 2. This is a segment we're going to continue to do as repairs come in, just so we know how to repair anything that shows up in the shop. But yeah, stay tuned. We've got a lot more content coming this week. We've got more guitars and reviews and a bunch of other stuff. So thank you.